Hello, what's up? And what's happening? Welcome back for yet another SAU Dynasty video. And today is the off season, so we got to get some recruiting done. But we already got 3 people who have committed to us already. Center Carl Jenkins, he's from North Carolina, 325 pounds, 6'3" center. I'm liking that. We also got Justin Schneider. He's from Texas, so he stays in state to play for San Antonio University. He's a 6'5" middle linebacker at 230 pounds. And we also got a 180 pound, 5'11" cornerback from Florida. So we already got 3 commits, but we need a whole lot more. One thing that we was lacking last year is speed. We need a ton of speed on this team. A lot of it, because we just don't have it coming into this season. So anyways, man, Burton, a.k.a. Matt Liner, he wins his 2nd Heisman Trophy, and that's incredible for him. Now, the top 25 polls going into the bowl season, you got LSU number 1, Texas number 2, so they will be taking it to each other, so to speak, in the national championship game. Don't know where I was going with it, but that's how it came out. Anyways, man, Fresno State and Penn State, they will be facing each other in the Sugar Bowl, and we actually have those 2 teams scheduled for next season. But if you guys want your team or a team that you want us to play on the schedule, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Now again, we're gonna go through who got to which bowls quickly. Not gonna spend too much time on this part because we got to see who we are trying to sign. So again, we're looking for speed. One thing that I was kind of shocked about is that there's no running backs that were interested in us. There's no quarterbacks that were interested in us. And there was no receivers interested in coming to SAU. So I'm like, what is going on, man? So outside of our center, and I believe we might win after another offensive lineman, we are just going to be focused solely on the defense for this offseason, which kind of sucks, man. But you see the Sugar Bowl right there, Fresno State taking on Penn State, Fiesta Bowl, Pittsburgh versus Oklahoma, and then, of course, the Rose Bowl, a.k.a. the national championship game, was LSU versus Texas. So our offseason schedule looks like this. School budget, players leaving, recruiting, position changes, training results, cut players, set depth chart, and start the season. Now, I'm going to let you know, we ain't cutting nobody because we are such a small program that we got to keep everybody. So we had 64 people on the roster, and all 64 people are staying on the roster. So these are the people that we are going to lose. B.J. Armstrong, he graduated. That's going to be the thing. Nobody has left early to go to the NFL, and nobody has transferred because they all play for this school because nobody else wanted them. Now, my man Morris, he was our starting inside linebacker. Only had 22 tackles, but we played on like 5-minute quarters, so I didn't expect to have a crazy amount of tackles for my linebackers. But one thing that he was, that slow. My man Pat Gaddis, he's leaving, man. We only had, 3 games with him, but he was a true playmaker at quarterback for us. So I'm sad to see him go. But Morris, he was a solid middle linebacker, but he was just slow, man. I'm going to just be real. He was slow as heck. So we are trying to get fast. Now, you see our team needs. We need defensive tackles. We need a free safety, and we need some strong safeties, man. Now, our free safety, Smith, he's gone. He's graduated. So Davis, he's still there. Davis, he's our playmaking strong safety. But we will be looking for his replacement because he is a senior, so this will be his last year. He got 12 more games for us. That's it, son. Hopefully we can get him to the NFL because he's a solid safety. Kind of on the slow side, but he definitely makes some plays. So recruiting, I'm going after those who are interested in us. And to my amazement, we have Jesse Graham. He is a strong safety from California, a 5-star recruit. He is a blue chip. He is a freaking stud at strong safety. So my thinking is if we can get him, either him or Davis is going to have to change position and play free safety because Davis, he's an upperclassman. He was a stud on defense last year, so there is no way in heck that I'm going to force him to be on the bench. So one of those 2 guys will switch positions, but I want both those guys on the field if we can get them. That was just my train of thought. I'm thinking if we can get these guys, that's what's going to happen. So recruiting, I want to get those guys who are interested in coming to the school. We had to be somewhere in their top 3. Yes, in their top 3. We didn't waste time on people that didn't even have us in their top 5. If we was not in the top 5, we're not going to message you. We're not going to deal with you. We don't want nothing to do with you if you don't want nothing to do with us. That was my thinking. Another thing, for those people that weren't interested in coming to our school, they had to have us in their top 3 or we are not messing with them. Now, I would have loved to have a quarterback, a receiver, a running back, a new toy to play with on the offensive side of the ball. However, I'm cool with just, working with Spicer, developing our other receivers, trying to see what we have there, and use a quarterback on the roster. Now, Gaines, he didn't play that well. His arm strength really isn't there. Craig, he played a lot better in the game that I started him in, but we would eventually go back with Gaines to finish out the regular season. Now, whoever can progress better this offseason will start regardless of overall. They both come in as juniors, so we're both going to have them for another year, the junior year and the senior year. So whoever can progress the best will most likely go in as a starter regardless of who has the higher overall. Now, moving forward, back to recruiting, D-tackle Alex Williams from Texas. Now, if you look at the recruiting, he has us in the top 5 schools, not top 3. So usually I don't mess with you. But he's from Texas, and his other schools that he was interested in are out of state. So we are a much smaller program than those other 4 schools. You got Florida State, Nebraska, Minnesota was also up there. I'm thinking, let's pitch to him that you can stay in state. Your mama can come to all your games, you know what I'm saying? You'll be local. Your mama can fix your food, come meet you at school, whatever, if y'all into that type of stuff, I don't know. But anyways, man, in-state, small schools, you can start right away, so I need you to come to our program. That's the pitch. That's all I can do. I got to get that kid, man, because our defensive line was god-awful. Now, going back to Jesse Graham, look at that. We are his #1 school. I don't know why. I don't understand it, but for whatever reason, this 5-star recruit, this blue-chip strong safety, 6'2", 200 pounds, wants to play for us. So I'm down, young man. Come to our school. You know that all my eggs are in that basket, trying to get him to come to our school. Now, Carter, he's a halfback from Louisiana Tech. He wants to transfer. I'm all for it. As of right now, he is the best running back on the roster, but he has to sit a year because he transferred. So we already got some people that have committed. We have Nobles, we have Ashley, and we have Butler. So moving on to week 3 of recruiting, we have some more people that have committed to us, and that's all well and good. A little bit later, we'll go after everybody that has signed on the dotted line and will be playing for SAU next year. Now, for our linebacker position. Our linebackers, they were nowhere to be found at all last year. We had to rely on our 2 safeties to make touchdown safety tackles way too much. So this year, I'm going after the best linebackers that want to come to our school, and they're all middle linebackers. If it comes down to it, we will have nothing but middle linebackers on the field playing outside linebacker on the left side and outside linebacker on the right side. But we have to have linebackers that can fly around and make plays. We didn't have a single forced fumble by a linebacker, not a single interception, and we gave up way too many big runs in clutch situations. We have to be able to get off the field on 3rd and short, and there's too many times during last year we couldn't do it. So we got to make sure that we can do it this year. Now, Gray Pitts, he is on the way to SAU. Welcome to the team. So you see that we got Jesse Graham. He is a 5-star recruit, #2 strong safety in the nation, and he signed with us for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe a booster gave him some extra money. I know that's illegal, but hey, we got to do what we got to do to survive out here. But anyways, man, these are the players that we were able to sign, so I am excited for this season. I'm excited, man. We got some new players. Probably going to have some of these guys coming as starters. Our cornerback position, our #1 corner and #2 corner positions are pretty well solidified, but our nickel cornerback situation isn't that clear. So we probably have a freshman start there, and our dime package probably have a freshman there. And if we ever do quarter, probably have a freshman there. So our bottom 3 corners will all be freshmen, but they'll probably start. I'm not going to redshirt them. Strong safety. Now, my man Graham, he comes in as a blue chip strong safety, #2 strong safety in the country, and he is an 82 overall strong safety as a freshman. If we move into free safety, which we are going to do, he's 74. And the other free safety that we recruited, he is actually better right now as a free safety. So that kind of sucks. But we did have to train these players. So after we trained these players, it's a little bit more clear who I should start there and who I should redshirt. One of these guys are going to get redshirt, and I did not want to redshirt my blue chip. I did not want to redshirt my 5-star recruit. So yeah, we have to see what happens when we finally get to training these players. So as we train the players, you see we get a breakthrough. One of our left tackles, he progressed tremendously. He went from 72 to 78, which is pretty big. We're gonna check out the quarterback situation, and maybe that will give us some more insight to who we will start. You see that Walters, he progressed 3, Craig progressed 2, and my man Gaines ain't go nowhere. He's only 72 overall. So that shows a lack of commitment, a lack of work ethic. So he most likely will be on the bench. Most likely we are going to go with Craig to start the season. So another thing, remember, if you guys want us to play a certain school, make sure you leave that down in the comment section below, and I will try my best to make sure I get the school that you want in the schedule. Right now, our schedule is a B. We start off the year versus Fresno State down in Fresno, and we have Penn State at the end of the season. So those two schools are staying. Notre Dame is staying and Hawaii is staying, but everybody else can be changed or switched out. Now we had to redshirt some players, and my man Anthony Nobles, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. We are redshirting him, and we also going to redshirt one of the middle linebackers that we were able to get. Well, that's going to wrap this one up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I enjoyed bringing it to you. I'm excited for this upcoming season. Hope you guys are too, and I'm going to see y'all later. Peace. Hot sauce.